Kazuya Mishima is one of the most iconic characters in the Tekken series, a name that brings with it a legacy of power, tragedy, and betrayal. His journey is filled with shocking twists, intense family drama, and a burning desire for revenge. But at its core, Kazuya's story is about survival. It's about overcoming impossible odds, dealing with a cursed bloodline, and fighting for control over his own destiny. Today, we're breaking down the life of Kazuya Mishima, the son of Heihachi, the wielder of the devil Jin, and the man who's been at the heart of the Tekken franchise for years. Kazuya was born to Heihachi Mishima and Kazumi Mishima, raised in the Grand Mishima estate in Japan. His early life seemed almost idyllic, surrounded by wealth, martial arts, and the love of his mother Kazumi. His grandfather Jinpachi also had a big impact on his childhood, teaching him the Mishima-style fighting karate. But as we know from the Tekken games, nothing in the Mishima family is ever that simple. When Kazuya was just 5 years old, his world was shattered. His beloved grandfather disappeared, later revealed to have been imprisoned by his own son, Heihachi, after a failed attempt to take back control of the Mishima Zaibatsu. Then, tragedy struck again. His mother, Kazumi, who had been trying to stop Heihachi's brutal ways, was killed by none other than her husband, Heihachi himself. To make matters worse, Kazumi was overtaken by a demonic alter ego, a force that's out to kill Heihachi and stop his plans of world domination. Kazuya, in his heartbreak and rage, confronted his father, but Heihachi responded by throwing Kazuya off a cliff, hoping to test his son's strength and his survival. What happened next was nothing short of extraordinary. Instead of dying, Kazuya survived the fall, thanks to the awakening of the devil Jin. This gene, passed down from his mother's bloodline, gave Kazuya superhuman strength and power, but it also awakened a dark, violent side to him, one that would haunt him throughout his life. Fueled by the power of the devil Jin, Kazuya climbed back up that cliff, his desire for revenge burning hotter than ever. From that point on, Kazuya's relationship with his father was fractured beyond repair. Heihachi's cold treatment of him only pushed Kazuya further toward his goal of taking control of the Mishima Zaibatsu. As Kazuya grew older, he entered martial arts tournaments around the world, including the King of Iron Fist Tournament 1. He didn't just want to win. He wanted to use the tournament as a way to finally confront his father and take over the Mishima Zaibatsu once and for all. In Tekken 2, Kazuya's ruthless side came to the forefront. He defeated his father in the tournament, threw him off the same cliff where he had been cast years earlier, and took over as the new CEO of the Mishima Zaibatsu. But instead of redeeming the family name, Kazuya embraced the darkness, continuing his father's tyrannical rule. He was just as cruel, if not more, than Heihachi ever was. The Mishima Zaibatsu became even more corrupt as Kazuya used his newfound power to push for world domination. But Kazuya wasn't alone in his dark journey. In the midst of his reign, he met Jun Kazama, a woman who saw the humanity in him that no one else could. Despite Kazuya's inner demons, Jun tried to save him from the grip of the devil Jin. The two became close, and Jun later bore Kazuya's child, Jin Kazama. But as Jin grew, so did the power of the devil Jin inside Kazuya. His own son would become his greatest enemy. In Tekken 3, after being defeated by his father and thrown into a volcano, or so he thought, Kazuya was resurrected by G Corporation, a powerful biotech company. They found his remains and brought him back to life, offering him a chance to regain control over the devil Jin. Kazuya wasn't just brought back for their benefit, though he was back with a plan. This time, he would take control of the devil Jin, and when he faced Heihachi again, he would be the one in charge. But the real conflict wasn't just with Heihachi, it was with his son. Jin. In Tekken 4, Kazuya faced his son in battle, but this time the stakes were higher. Jin had inherited the devil Jin as well, and the two clashed in an epic showdown that would shape the future of the Mishima family. Kazuya wanted to control the devil Jin, but Jin had his own agenda, and the fight between father and son became even more personal. As the story progressed, Kazuya's ambitions grew even darker. In Tekken 5, he fought to take control of G Corporation after learning that they had betrayed him. He succeeded, but his war with Heihachi and his son Jin continued to escalate. By the time Tekken 7 rolled around, the Mishima family feud reached its climax. Kazuya finally faced his father in an epic battle, throwing Heihachi into the volcanic magma once again. It seemed like Kazuya had finally triumphed. He had defeated Heihachi, taken control of the Mishima Zaibatsu, and was closer than ever to achieving his ultimate goal of world domination. But that victory wasn't the end of Kazuya's story. In Tekken 7, Kazuya's battle with his son, Jin, reached its peak. The two fought in a final showdown that saw Kazuya unleashing the full power of the devil Jin. with his transformation into Devil Kazuya being one of the most terrifying moments in Tekken history. In the end, Kazuya was victorious once again, but the road ahead was unclear. Was he really in control of the Devil Gene now, or was the power too much for him to handle? After Tekken 7, Kazuya's path remained uncertain. With the Mishima Zaibatsu under his control, he became one of the most powerful men on Earth. But there's always the question, will he ever be able to escape the darkness inside him? The Devil Gene continues to fight for control, and Kazuya's journey is far from over. Kazuya Mishima is a man of ambition, strength, and cruelty, but he's also a man who's been broken by the very family he was born into. His rise to power has been fueled by betrayal, tragedy, and the quest for revenge. But as the Tekken series continues to evolve, one thing is clear: Kazuya's story is far from finished. Will he achieve his ultimate goal of world domination? Or will the darkness inside him destroy everything he's worked for? Kazuya's story is one of constant evolution, filled with unexpected twists and heart-wrenching betrayals. From a young boy thrown off a cliff by his own father, to a ruthless man seeking world domination, his character has only grown darker and more powerful over time. With the Devil Gene always lurking in the background, it's unclear whether Kazuya will ever truly be free from its influence or if it will ultimately consume him. His battles with Heihachi have shaped the Mishima family's legacy, but his war with his son, Jin Kazama, adds another layer of intensity to his already complex character. Will Kazuya continue his crusade for absolute control, or will the weight of his family's curse be his undoing? As we look ahead to future Tekken installments, Kazuya's role remains as unpredictable as ever. Will he finally succeed in his quest for domination, or will the Devil Gene and his own tragic past continue to haunt him? What's next for the Mishima bloodline? If you're as excited as we are to see how Kazuya's story unfolds, be sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more updates, theories, and an in-depth analysis of your favorite Tekken characters.